The typical, like, Sumail doesn't play the Fear style at all. He's playing these playmaking fast heroes, and I don't think you can pick Quap and Puck and Ember here. You can't.
It's SF almost 100%.
Into Bane? Like, you just get dual lane mid, I think.
Marana. You want a high range DPS hero. That was like the idea behind against Huskar. You need a ranged hero because you just get any melee hero is going to lose mid, and then you need some way to reliably.
I like it.
Yeah, I think. But the thing is, they have Legion Commander against Marana.
It's not. It's annoying, but it's for you said. It's more about the fact that it's a ranged core that deals a ton of damage. You have 2 ways to set up for arrow, 3 if you count the Willow.
Has an escape as well that we mentioned.
Outranges the Huskar. Like that's a key component of the Huskar matchup. You need to outrange him, or you get punished hard. That's why TA Huskar. Dumpsters TA for that reason, because you just don't have the range.
And I think that VGJ doesn't have the option to dual lane this mid. I think they have to help both cores in the side lanes in this game. So this should be a strict 1v1, and if it's a strict 1v1 in a high-skill matchup, which any 2 range heroes really is, I have to always lean towards Sumail winning his lane. But I do think this Huskar throws a nice wild card into the mix.
I think block matters a lot in this one too, right? If Huskar actually wins the block, like it's a lot harder for Sumail to actually do anything, get creeps.
This game feels like we're gonna know who's gonna win the game by 8 minutes into the game.
You think?
I feel like this Huskar has to make the space for Luna, and if he doesn't get a good start, he simply cannot do that.
The thing about Thunder's draft is none of their cores make a game for themselves. Like they all need to be ahead, but they don't make that happen. Whereas you look at EG, Arteezy, he needs to be protected. He's weak for the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, but eventually you leave him alone.
But S4, doesn't matter if he dies a few times, he's going to be able to just farm the off lane, spawn skeletons. He'll always have impact. Sumail, rune control, connections, he's a Marana. He'll be fine. But if you look at VGJ's heroes, they all got to be ahead to be able to close out this game. They have to snowball, but like, can you do that? You need so many items to get going. You need Armlet on Huskar. You want to blink on your Legion Commander.
Damn.
Someone's got to get a Silver Edge at some point, or you're going to be fighting into Dispersion the entire game.
Looks like Crit's a Dark Willow spammer.
And he's got the Crimson Spectre set. That is one.
He doesn't have the golden one though.
Set.
Prepare for battle.
What are the lanes? So Arteezy's just going to go bottom. They're not smoking.
I don't know what I was expecting.
I will say all 3 cores of EG are incredibly enabled by the Crystal Maiden Aura. Obviously, Crystal Maiden Aura helps every hero in the game, but I think Wraith King, Spectre never really want to build mana regen. Marana's a hero that always has mana issues, so I think that these are heroes that their entire play style is benefited from the Crystal Maiden Aura, which is quite nice.
And to follow up on that, I'm curious to see EG draft without it, because it's the perfect support for EG.
Yeah,
and traditionally,
just let the cores play 3 lanes.
In the days when they had Misery, they looked great when they had a Chen or a Bounty Hunter, and pretty bad without those heroes. I hope that CM isn't the same in this current meta, where it's just both supports can play it. It allows you to play with greedy cores, and it gives you the disable and like that just 6 position that's necessary, or you can play it like a 4 when it's crit.
And let me tell you though, I've played against crit Willow, and it is scary. This guy has so many games on this hero, and like the way he plays the lane is something to always watch out for. He's so aggressive. Willow has a really low base attack time, so he always fits in all these random harass attacks. And in this Wraith King lane, we're going to see they have the stun into root. It's so much damage. The root, as you mentioned, is 140. The stun is a whole 2 seconds on top of, let's see, it's 120 damage. So that's just going to add up. 140.
Yeah, so 280 damage just based on spells. They just spam them.
Wow.
So, looking at this, it looks like it's going to be a started aggro tri-lane from VGj.Thunder.
I like this a lot better. Legion's a hero that can kind of fend for herself. She can nuke the range creep, so it's not always going to get denied.
So
and you're also playing against Wraith King, and I think that the skeletons count as units, increases the damage of your overwhelming odds. They can't even be controlled, so it's what you want in a lane where you're going to be pressured.
I think if you leave 2v2s, you're also going to lose the Luna lane no matter what.
Wow, they TP'd out.
They did, so it is going to be a 2v2 tower as you talked about.
That's interesting. I thought they would have kept it at least for a wave or 2.
I don't know if I like this. I feel like if you get lane control down bottom in a 3v2 scenario, you're going to be able to just crush the lane. I don't know how much you help top.
Huskar took his passive level 1, by the way.
Is that?
I guess he doesn't expect to right-click the Marana very much, but he's already dropping really low.
Yeah, I mean, we see, like, Sumail tries to right-click him uphill, though, and he gets, like, 4 attacks on him.
Yeah, but those attacks aren't that scary when you only hit for 55. They're only scary once you get usually level 2 in Burning Spears, because it more than doubles the damage if you factor in Hero's base HP regen.
So now that it is dual lanes versus dual lanes, we'll start top. Who do you like more? Do you like the Legion Commander versus like the Skeletons with overwhelming odds, or are you more on the stun like we're gonna see right now? Down come the root. Legion Commander will just purge out of it, creep tanks up the other root now. They're just going to right-click down Crit, who does get level 2, though. They do need to be careful here. Crit goes into Shadow Realm. This should be a first blood on Bay. Needs one more. S4 actually gets with level 1 stun. Huskar goes down middle as well. And this, you guys said if Huskar does bad this lane, it could just be curtains.
And he's getting double waved right now, and as a ranged hero with 1 armor, this is not something you can afford to tank, and you're going to watch Sumail punish this.
It'll be 3 armor under the tower.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
This is vintage Sumail too, where he just
He doesn't even have arrow.
He's already used 2. He bought a salve and extra regen, and instead of going for CS, he just pressures hard, enables him to grab that first
DD
blood.
rune top too.
It's gonna get
So he's letting Huskar get this wave, but he's going to come back with a DD.
And the other thing, I've been told by other mid players that when you play against Sumail, it's sort of like turbo games because he's got a personal courier.
Uh-oh, top lane again. Legion Commander will get slept this time, avoid some of the damage, shows out the overwhelming odds, does a ton to S4 now. Looks like they will just have to back out. Has Shadow Realm willing to, you know, be a little bit crazier. Now Legion will take a decent chunk of damage, but did he just die to DDC? Nope, 3 more seconds for that brain sap.
You see Sumail just brings out another salve, just spamming regen, ensuring that he can always stay in lane, abuse XP advantage. And
Has the double raid, like
Yep.
you said. Oh, and look at this.
Going for the kill with that DD rune.
another
be a
lead. He's
double.
in. You got him.
Wow.
No
Is
TP
this-
now.
Wow.
And he has another salve, so he's got, I mean, he's
Top lane, though. S4 is getting initiated on, but once again,
these type of lanes are favored for EG on the top lane because of the Crystal Maiden.
Yep.
It gives these like ton of mana spamming abilities the advantage to the team with the aura.
And the buffs to that aura as well.
But
Level 1 point used to be
isn't-
0.5 regen, now it's like 1.2.
isn't this the problem, though, with EG's playstyle sometimes, right? Because Sumail, well, we'll say, he's the courier dominator, right? He he used it no
just did
matter what,
again.
10 minutes. Yeah, like,
he's the only one that used
it-
courier on his team
it
so
hurts
far.
S4. Like, it looks like he is going to get the courier now, but, I mean, that hurts your other lanes when your middle laner does that, right?
Top lane,
He's
he's
dead.
getting set up with the sleep
Should be a
and
Garen.
has mana for overwhelming odds if he wants to. Oh wait, no, he doesn't have the stick mana. Okay,
Ooh, I'm
forced to give
surprised.
the last hit to DDC.
I think S4 might have been able to use his one stick charge and go to the Wild Wing, but
And can we check out bottom?
I would love to. We haven't
they're-
looked at much.
They're even, and I feel like if you're the EG lineup, you don't mind if your Spectre's trading with a Luna.
Spectre is surprisingly good at trading, to be honest with you. Like that hero, unless you're against ridiculous amounts of harass, has no problem just dragging creeps and CS.
Oh, but Fly one more hit, has
him.
the vision.
I feel like it's another hero that's just activated by this Crystal Maiden. You can just actually spam dagger if necessary. For CS.
Sumail gets another.
Oh
I don't
my
know what's going.
gosh.
I don't know what's going on middle anymore. It is Freeze just getting absolutely demolished by Sumail right now.
I don't know if demolished is a strong enough word. He's
What would
getting
you say?
worked.
Obliterated.
He's getting
yeah.
dominated.
He is getting sent to the river Styx right
This
now.
is the king.
He's in the Shadow Realm with TC
Yeah.
right now.
Was it? It wasn't
No,
the
sorry,
Shadow.
the Abyss of
the
Suffering.
Abyss of Suffering.
That's
now.
what he's at.
Yeah.
The abyss of suffering.
And as you see, you guys talked about like trading with Spectre. I think every orb hit Arteezy as well as like a glaive and a
And
beam.
he's going
fine.
2-0-2 with a ring of health.
Yeah.
So they know that all they have to do is survive this lane while their other lanes are applying
top.
pressure.
There looks to be a Sumail rotation here, level 5. Arrows
Yeah.
gonna fly. Oh my goodness, nails Legion Commander. This should be an easy kill right there. It will be, and this is looking rough. Bottom, dude, EG has gotten 3 runes almost every. I mean, first game and this game already. They've almost gotten 3 runes every time. That's a lot of gold.
It adds up quite quickly.
Oh, middle. Uh-oh. I saw a ping. I was like, Sumail just hits an arrow.
Fly's coming from behind. He doesn't have a point in Frostbite just yet, but
Yeah, they're just gonna click him down.
Arteezy does die bottom because of the rotation, and actually will be a wasted rotation because as you see,
Yeah, no
it'll be an
leads.
easy kill for Arteezy. Top again. Probably the action-packed lane. Just a stun flies out. Now right clicks traded. Too crazy.
Can sleep dodge this? I feel like he might have to.
Now, because it looks like they used the stun as well as the root, Yang will just, of course, pop himself out. And now just right-click S4. This is a very
looking to apply
action-packed
so much
lane.
pressure in the mid lane. Now that he has a leap up on on the Mirana, and the Crystal Maiden has the ward. He can't be seen by the Dire ward.
Will he get the double? No, he will. Yeah, he does. And now the right clicks just fly. There's the arrow. This will be another kill for Sumail.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And but look at this rotation from DDC. He just gets a ward down. But
They
look
saw
at that.
that.
They pinged it out. Yep. As you see, the ward right here pops out where they see it.
And Luna is having a pretty good start, but Luna is not going to create
Oh,
space for her team.
breaking
She
up.
will be quite squishy for a long time. So this is a hero with this lead that
Oh.
the ward behind. Do you have a
Like,
ward?
No,
he
they
just-
they nuked him, like Kyle said, with the skeletons, and then DDC just ran behind.
Yep. TDC also, we forgot to mention this, but one of only 4 players,
Yeah.
if you're counting Universe, who is back up for TI1, to attend every single TI.
What was, I believe we learned the last TI, he's called the Ticket Man? Is that his
Ticket
nickname, I
Master.
believe? The Ticket Master?
Oh, arrow bottom.
Nope.
Oh,
Doesn't even get the
Yeah,
range. one.
easy.
But Sumail is moving. He's second in CS, or second CS, but he's moving around. Do you like this, or would you rather him just keep dominating the Huskar?
I like it because I don't think you want to be mid against level 6 Huskar. Even though you've crushed him so much,
Yeah.
Huskar's not going to accelerate. You let him
Yeah.
sit there. Now that you've won your lane, show up bottom, 2 kills.
Yep.
Now
there
you're
it
winning
is.
2
They
lanes.
get the
Yep.
kill. Get
Gorgeous.
Siler as well.
Gives one to Arteezy just as a little, Arteezy has troubles finding kills, so Sumail's like, I have enough. Take
Yeah.
one of mine.
Yeah, there you go. He arrowed his creep. He owed him for sure. Top lane.
There's
Just applying even more pressure, like in this lane as well. Like this is, I mean, Crit's level 5 on Willow. It's 7.5 minutes.
That's the thing we saw the last game. Wraith King went bottle. You don't need one of your S4. Just buy regen, abuse CM aura.
Yeah, I was gonna say you
Buy
have to
the
CM more.
treads.
That's a big difference.
And
Uh-oh.
the CS numbers on LC are misleading as well.
Here we go. He will get rooted. After that comes out, they should get the kill. He will. S4, though, going to be in a little bit of trouble. Does
Yeah,
have a
another
stick. The stun will fly. I don't think you can go for this leading commander kill. Just get the skeletons, and there they go. They do a lot of damage, but
Yep.
counterattacks.
So it makes the CS on LC misleading, though, because a lot of those numbers are just skeletons.
Yep.
And what are they, like 6 gold, 7 gold?
5 early into, yeah. It's not pretty.
And like you said, Huskar doesn't really accelerate. Like he still only has
Yep.
2 bracers and
Close.
one component
Yeah,
of his
You've
armlet.
already done enough. You've slowed him down
Yeah.
so much so that the armlet timing is going to come out in like 12 minutes, even if he just free farms from here. The only way you don't want to dive him and then get counter killed. That's
Yeah.
what gets Huskar back in the game. He needs 0
Going
kills.
for it. He is. He gets the arrow. He wants to get at least 1 kill, 2 more attacks needed. Nope.
Wow.
Hit him with the Star
And
Storm.
he's got a regen rune to boot with it.
Radiant's middle tower is
He's just
under
gone
attack.
with the
I
regen.
love that he's just giving up on mid, even though he's winning the lane. That's such just a heads-up play.
Why do you love it, though?
Just because, like, now you have this lane bottom where both heroes rely on
Yeah.
having a decent start. Like, that's
Yeah,
2 important cores
yeah,
in one lane.
It's Wisp Luna. They can't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like, they need
and
to
you
take
have a
top
Spectre,
lane.
too. It's not like you're
Yeah.
enabling, some hero that doesn't capitalize on it.
Yeah.
You have the Spectre
Here
hero.
we go middle. Do we have a point? Yes, we do in Frostbite,
Their end is.
but they back out.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Huskar
attack.
says, I will be in the jungle. And then even if you weren't looking at middle, yeah, look at they ping it. They're like, why'd that creep wave just die instantly? And now instead, they're going to go to the jungle. They know Freeze is somewhere. Stun from Dark Willow top. Doesn't look like anything will happen out of it. They're looking. They want Freeze. They know where he's at now. Here we go. Leap's going to come forward. We'll send out the Starstorm. Won't get the double hit. Fly's going to come in. Get the Frostbite. Doesn't even have to use it.
Wow.
Looks like top lane as well. Arteezy get a Spectre ulti in. Nice dodge there, but Yang will go down. Goes to Arteezy. They're going to chase more on the back. It's going to be DDC, and there's the level 6 quick from Crit coming out. Will they give Arteezy another kill? No, Crit says, I'll take it.
Just excellent play from EG. I love. They gave the illusion of Arteezy. Actually, he might have spawned in, got the kill on the Huskar, and immediately go
That's
for
what- his
top.
illusion got the last hit, and he doesn't have a single
Yeah.
point in Desolate. So
What's going on
that
middle?
illusion hit
It's
for
just
like
such good.
20.
It's such good movement. They slow down the Wisp Luna, so now you're like, all right, we don't care about you guys anymore. Halftime recovery. This is after Sumail
Yep.
puts Huskar in a body bag by himself.
Yeah.
Now you rotate to the lane that has your tower pressure, and tier 1 goes down.
And that's the point, though, right? Is every kill movement turns
Yes.
into an objective,
Radiant's
and that's why you can look at their lineups and say, well, it's not gonna. They're not gonna rotate to a Spectre lane to take a tower. They're gonna rotate to the Wraith King
Alright,
lane.
well, this tier 2, it's getting pressured very early. Ulti faked out here by Crit multiple times. Are you guys fans of the faked
No.
out ult, the new
No.
ones? Like, all of them have it, right?
I feel like that's
It devalues.
just, it's so busted
Yeah.
as an ability.
Uh-oh. Well, DDC, arrow's going to miss. He
Little
will get some.
impatient
Will he
on that
sleep
arrow.
dodge it? No?
Oh, Courier.
We'll tank it up. Courier will get out of there, but look at this. This Bane is looking a little bit of trouble. Maybe
Yes,
not. They're
feeds
diving
grip.
a little bit hard. Looks like it's just going to be a grip on the backside. Terrorize will come out. It only hits one. S4 just farming creeps on the other side. DDC goes down. Ulti from Sylar doing decent amount of damage. They don't have vision right now, unfortunately. Now they do, and now Sumail's dead. They overextended in a nice
This
rotation.
is huge for the Luna.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Look at that
First
gold.
use, I mean, that's also space for Huskar meanwhile. And they're the ones that are on a timing despite having
and
this
that's,
Luna.
look at the street gold. Can we see the fight recap, Grant?
We sure can.
Yeah, Luna got 1,000 gold from those 3 kills.
I'm looking. Well, there it is right there.
That's XP.
That's XP. But I
And
love
suddenly
that.
Luna's going to be number
like
one net
XP.
worth in the game before Morana respawns.
How do I get out of it? Okay. I've never looked at a fight recap in my life.
VGJ is going to hit a ridiculously scary timing if they can keep this up. Like, they can force a Roche with, like, the
this-
next Eclipse and Armlet.
Is it like similar to the Alchemist timing, or like
It's-
25
yeah,
minutes?
duel.
Death
They
Blow?
don't win late,
You know?
but they come online sooner on the side of VGJ.
Look at the
Look at this.
the
Sylar on the
launch.
backside, though.
Solo.
Crit.
What?
Crit gets a solo kill pretty much on Sylar. It might be a 2-for-1 trade, but EG.
It's gonna be
Is
a-
it gonna be?
No, they have to back
He's
off.
coming to the
no
wisp. He's
fade.
coming to the wisp.
Wow. And look at this Sumail from the backside. Arrow comes out after, and now they're just going to do double Starstorm. Stun comes out. He wants to get this kill, but he needs at least 1 or 2 creeps with it and won't.
Willow is so good at,
Holy crap.
Crit is
just
so
good.
good at Willow when he does this kind of stuff. He just baits you so long.
Dude, the
Plays
max,
on the cooldown
max,
of his Shadow Realm. Yeah.
It's just a 5-second duration, 12-second cooldown, and look at all the single target on Thunder. Like,
Yeah.
Sylar actually just didn't recognize, like, I need to get next to an ally because I will die to this Willow ulti. The nerf was that it lasts longer, but if you still tank the full duration, it's
Yeah.
that same damage output, and it's nuts.
Did you guys see? They just went between the tier 1 and 2, flying Sumail.
Yep.
They ping out
Fine
someone's
Huskar.
here, and he goes here, and look at this. He will get behind the creeps nicely, though, so won't be able to arrow, but in comes Arteezy. Can't even get to the Shrine Yang. Does he have a duel up? Sure does. Is this a good duel? We're about to find out. I'm not sure if it is. There's going to be damage for Sumail, looks like. And now Fade. Oh, Sumail tries to square up, gets the double. He's
south.
still alive, and
He's
he
taunting.
is dancing. Well, I think it's an automatic, but
Oh,
he is
no.
dancing on
He
it.
did it. He did it.
He did it.
Yeah, okay. Oh, he knows. He got blocked, but Sylar. Oh my goodness.
Sentry.
Dude,
Just wait till this Legion gets a blink.
That's just
or,
good
sorry,
Dota.
a blade mail.
Yeah,
That's
that's just
great.
good
Morana's
Dota.
gonna
That
kill
is
himself
quality
even faster.
Dota.
That is just high-level Dota right there.
Is it Jordan-esque, or you think he's still just Kobe?
And, I mean, are you saying...
You're saying it's mellow? That's
Well, I'm saying we
insulting.
have an international viewership. I'm saying that's a Dirk.
A Dirk?
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
International.
Pele. would
Yeah.
you-
Pele.
That's yeah, okay.
BSJ,
You guys lost me at
he's
sports. You
lost.
guys lost me at sports ball.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Spectre,
Lost you in Dota, too.
yeah, I'm trying to give any input I can to this thing, but
Quick thing, note, that was the second time. You can see, once again, the coordination of EG. They smoke into Murata.
Oh,
ult.
smoke uphill. Sorry, they're about to be a big fight. It looks like Fly just gets a freeze. He's going to pop his ulti. It looks like they just want to zone this out. Are they going to get a kill on Legion? He's trying. We're seeing Terrorize hit 3 of them. They're feared. Sumail with a Maelstrom already doing a ton of AoE, actually. And on the backside, Arteezy gets a kill. Fade, I don't believe you're going to be able to get out of here. It doesn't look like it. Fade goes down to Arteezy, and this is looking to be a run over right now from EG.
this is an incredible blade mail game for
Yeah.
Arteezy because the cores of Luna with Eclipse, Huskar, like wants to burst you down. These heroes just die to blade mail.
Yeah, I love his build. 404, Aquila,
That's
the Ring
insane.
of
I
Health
don't think
for
I've ever
sustain.
seen that. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen this.
No, I mean, he doesn't need to deal damage. He just haunts in.
Yep.
Twice they smoked to find Huskar with Haunt active. They find the kill and force a fight afterwards, and now they're just so far ahead. They're confident they can just take another fight even with no Haunt.
And they can play the way EG wants to play,
Look at these
farm all
levels.
3 lanes. And that's
Yeah.
the thing about Crit on this Willow is when he gets the
Look
lead,
at Crit.
how do you kill him? And he's just a support that's
don't.
farming the most
He
dangerous
is-
part of the map.
Yeah, he's the 3rd highest level in the game right now. We've got 12 11s, and he
Yeah,
is at
and-
10.
And he just
How do
walks
you
away.
play Bane into Willow is my question to you. It is so miserable. I've tried.
How do you play Bane nowadays? Bane
I
just
don't
feels
think
like a
you
tough
do.
hero. Yeah.
And now they're just applying pressure top with the Wraith King Spectre. Wraith
Yeah.
King has a blink.
And I think this is just such a better Wraith King build. You just get the early treads, Aquila, Blink. If you go, I believe it was Brown Boots Bottle Blink.
Yeah.
When
you just this
when
hero
Yank had
has
it.
serious damage issues. Not only like damage for killing people, but like you have to actually do right-click damage to apply pressure to towers. And the Aquila makes a big deal too for that pressure.
And Arteezy does what we were hoping to see last game. Last hitting the tower.
Easy.
And it is going to be a full Blade Mill. Does he finish off that Vanguard, or do you go Radiance after this? Well, we're going to see a jump in top.
Blade Mill.
It is going to be the Blade Mill pop, so he can't, but look at who else here. It's going to be Sylar as well as Fade. He's just trying to kill Fade. Will it be
Dispersion.
enough? It might be no, because guess what? He has earned up Creep Storm move, but look at this. S4 is going to come. One attack. Arteezy actually buys back to get the kill. He's going to turn around onto Sylar. Will he find him?
Nice
No.
TP.
Fly
Yeah,
is
so
too
close.
late. They do move forward. They're going to throw one more dagger. Freeze.
No boots.
We'll get away.
mids.
They're just hitting a tier 3.
Sumail's hitting tier 3 mid this whole time as well.
Well,
It's
just
But,
got
I mean, he was hitting the creep wave.
He
mid
was
this whole time.
threatening, looking at hitting tier 3 that entire time.
Do you like Arteezy gets a kill, but it's a kill on IO. Yes or no, is it value buyback?
I think buybacks are always value.
Always.
I feel like if the
if-
buyback leads to map
Yeah,
control,
if
it's
you
value.
can if you can earn any semblance of the gold, you're essentially just spending your buyback cooldown
Yeah.
for experience.
And look at
that's
bottom
value.
lane now, though.
Yeah.
Look at what he's getting out
Yeah,
of bottom.
exactly.
He's not showing because of the Mirana ulti, but he's just going to get...
Miss the CS because of it.
Yeah, but, you know, it's
I
the
love-
information
He
game.
should get the rest of them if he times
Oh,
it
that
right.
dispersion.
Yep, that was good timing.
I
Misses
love-
that.
Willow ult mid.
Middle, yep,
hits
they're
3.
gonna fear. They throw him in. 2 of them are gonna get rooted. Yanks here helps out Sylar though. This might just be Fly dying. Fly's gonna try to get uphill. Crit wants to get the kill. He does on DDC. That is gonna be a duel. And it's a 1-for-1. You finally get a little bit of damage up on Legion. But Crit gets another kill. As simple as that.
Yep.
And then he's just farming. So when is Luna the strongest? I mean, Luna is a very strong late gamer, but isn't she? She's pretty
not
good.
really, though. She's like a mixture of Alk in terms of she doesn't come online as early, but her goal is to get that 6 slots before the opponent and then
Yeah.
win before they get their 6
Yeah.
slots.
The problem is she's outdrafted in this game. This is a miserable Luna game against
it's a
Wraith
first
King,
round, right?
Spectre, Willow. Like at any point if Wraith King blinks on top of you and Haunt's active, you're threatened now, and you don't have the Wisp to really back you up because the regen that he would utilize, like he's going to be
He's
attacked
disabled
at all
by Haunt,
times. The
yeah.
Urn's not effective.
The thing about Luna is she's a hero that suffers from heroes that get up in her face, constantly applying aggression, and she can't just push you away by attacking you. And that's like her only line of defense. So these heroes like Willow are quite powerful when you look at that as the idea of how
Yep.
Luna protects herself. Because if you just have the support that's sitting on top of you and you're forced to run away, if Luna's not attacking, very underwhelming.
It's a good point. You defend yourself by being so high damage and
Yeah.
aggressive. It's not like a Medusa or an Alchemist where you scale in survivability as well.
Yeah.
You're just banking on the fact that your raw damage output prevents EG from being near you at all.
Yeah, and Wraith King doesn't mind dying once. Willow's not going to die to you. And then
What's
Spectre's so...
Have we seen Huskar in this game?
We
No, he is-
saw him a little top lane, but he's just double.
That's how the hero
bracer,
works, right? We
armlet.
mentioned that in the draft. He's feast or famine.
No
He
comeback mechanic at all.
I mean, they can come back with a Roche, but that's about it. Where
But
they
that's the Luna, not the Huskar.
So Radiant scans this. They know this is happening. They don't necessarily know it's a smoke, but they know that VGj is there.
Where do I on the backside? Yang. Oh, Sumail. He is going to find it, but he leaps uphill. And now the Spectre on the back line looks like they're going for Sylar as well. The IO gets tossed up in the air. Yang's going to actually lose to Sumail. Look at this. Fade's going down to Crit. This looks to be a 5 for nothing. I like Crystal Main goes down. And
They got one.
they got a Crystal Main. And, dude, that was just...
That's just being down by 7K
I
at
think-
19 minutes into the game.
I also think it was reaction, right? Sumail leapt up to the top, but immediately when he saw the jump in right, Arteezy just clicks ult. He might not even know where he's going, right? He's just clicking ult to disrupt everything, and
Yeah.
it's a 10k lead against this Sylar Luna. We kept saying, if he gets a free farm lane and farms his jungle, very easily could be carried.
But most
he
importantly,
didn't.
that's enabled by the Huskar.
Yes.
And Huskar,
Got
in a
dumpstered.
1v1, I think you're supposed to lose, but let's be honest, it's Sumail. He solo killed him like 3 times.
Yeah, it was 3 times. Now we're going to see initiation in. Crit's going to throw it out. Only going to terrorize one, but they get melee. They're out.
Great play. I mean, this looks like a good version of VG. Honestly, there's no doubt already, just based on the performance at the Summit, that this is the best iteration of VG we've seen this year.
Yes.
But the way they're playing right now is impressive. I have not seen them on this form. Like, I haven't seen these players on this
Oh.
form in a long time.
And this is a 4 bounty rune. You get a Mailer X and 4 bounty runes. Goodness gracious. It's a lot of gold is what I'm saying.
There's
Remember-
too many heroes to respect ban from this team.
Yeah. And it's just because they're all so strong individually. Crit, he won 4 majors with OG.
He's
But
alright.
I feel like for the last year and a half, he hasn't shown like what made him, in a lot of people's minds, the best.
Willow's
or at the
gonna
very
solo
least top
kill.
3-4 in the world.
Yeah.
Gets it on
He
Fade.
might
Now
die for
Sylar.
this.
I love how, dude, look at how much damage Sylar took, too, from that.
That was like the stray damage from the second half of the ultimate.
But look at, that's the bigger thing is we are going to have an Aegis, more than likely on Mirana, right?
Yeah.
And I love this choice from Sumail. I was hoping to just buy a BKB.
I mean, he
How do
knows
you
how much
threaten
damage he
him?
does.
So explain to the viewers, they have Duel and Fiend's Grip. Why BKB?
Well, the dual Fiend's Grip doesn't do any damage through BKB.
True.
And you're threatened mostly by the Huskar Burning Spears and the Luna ult damage.
True.
Not to mention, you're now you're forced to be dueled or gripped. And
So if you BKB before the duel gets off,
yeah, and realistically, the Bane's not going to have a game because there's a Spectre and a Wraith King, and they're going to find him.
DDC is going to get punished for this. He won't even get the D ward.
and this is
And now,
traditional
oh, is he
movement by
gonna hit the
Radiant.
chicken? Arteezy, no dagger.
Dispersion, does it hit chicken?
I think so.
Yeah, I feel like it
And
does.
look at this. I love it. They sentry ward just to sentry because they're like, well, this ward's still good unless you want to commit. We're winning the gold war, right? We're willing to waste money if it makes you waste money.
That's just the map control move, though, from EG, is you take Roche, and now that you don't care about the top half of the map anymore, you place a ward that looks for potential kills, and that's just Crit doing his thing, but the rest of EG is going to migrate to the bottom lane. Usually you'll put the hero with Aegis there just because of this exact thing happening.
Oh, he got the... Yeah, that's... They're going to go for it. Who's going to get the damage? Is anyone going to? Sumail goes down, no damage, but look at that. He has the Aegis, and now Arteezy just going to run down. If he can kill Fade, it's going to be a double kill. More than likely. Oh, what a play. A nice duo play right there by Sylar as well as Fade.
You have to make that move on VGJ, despite the fact that you got, like, you lost your offlaner and all you took was the Aegis. I mentioned they're going to make that map control move. They're going to walk Sumail down bottom, and if you let that happen...
It's, oh, look at this. Crit was thinking about another solo kill, but he will get gripped by DDC. And
meanwhile, though, bottom lane, they're the ones losing towers. So, yes, that looks like a kill for VGJ,
Well,
but
it is a
EG's
kill.
the one...
I would say it's a kill.
I
I'd
think
say
it
they
was.
got the kill.
Analyst Grant?
I'm not
I
next.
believe
Wanna
they
tune
did
into
get the kill.
Okay, they did. You're right. That it
But
not
they-
only looks like a
Yes.
kill, it was a kill. But they're the ones that they're the ones that are forced to basically be
Yeah.
on the back foot this entire time. Yeah, they might get top tower off this, but EG got a tier 1 and a tier 2. And so now, because this tier 2's gone, EG can choose what lane they want to play in, and they can go to any racks.
And they've already, if you didn't notice, you're tuning in a little bit late. They've already taken a Rax middle.
Yes.
Melee Rax is already down at about 18 minutes.
With a Spectre lineup.
Yeah.
All through virtue of the snowballing of the mid lane, though. Sumail not only crushed his own lane, but by rotating to bottom, he slowed down the Luna and accelerated his Spectre.
There's a Manta fully picked up by Arteezy. You see the net worth. I mean, it's two guys from the Radiant side, and then Sylar is right up there with them, but then you just fall off after your die, right? Because Huskar cannot catch up, as you guys said.
And the way EG's playing, just look at how VGJ is forced to play. IO Luna playing very scared top, and that's not creating any pressure. All they're doing is farming, and then the rest of VGJ forced to just sit in base. And as you said, Huskar doesn't like enable himself in any way. He has to have heroes sitting with him all game. So that's why he's not exactly a behind the, like, come from behind type of hero.
And I like what EG does. They wait for the Haunt to come off cooldown, send Arteezy to top, and you just continue to control these two lanes with your other 4 heroes.
That's always one of the best things about Spectre, right? You can always start a fight 4v5 because he can always come in. But look at this, BKB gonna get popped
Jeez
right there
Louise,
by
Willow.
Sylar. And, yep. Isn't that's Dark Willow?
You have to do it if you're the Luna, but
You ju- yeah, you
that's
just
just
die.
a sad reality if you
Oh,
have
and the
to
stun
pop your
comes out.
BKB.
There's going to be a terrorize. Nope, faked out by Crit. Looks like they will just get out. Do they want to go and maybe try to take this life off S4? They're doing damage. They don't want to come in. He gets the BKB up. Oh my goodness, instantly cancel. Now Sumail leaves forward. Is taking a ton of damage. There is the duel. Sumail will go down. It's going to be a terrorize onto 3. Fade only one not. He's trying to run back. This is looking to be a full team wipe. S4 gets the crit. And that is, they have buybacks, but they're going to have to use them, yeah. Sumail, if Sumail could, he would, but they still got to be careful. This is a 3v4 fight. Arteezy is extremely farmed. Fly here on the backside. Oh, they're going to go in. It is going to be a Blade Mail pop, so they try to go for someone else. He does pop his ulti on the Wraith King. Now Yang will just die immediately. A freeze on Huskar. See you later. Good game call.
They just have such a lead that their damage output's insane.
I love the
Comparatively.
Spectre build as well, skipping the Radiance from Manta after the Hood Blade Mail. He's so strong and tanky the entire game, and the Manta with the Desolate damage on a Huskar, like you're just dead. It's pure damage.
I think
Yeah.
we're not going to see very many Radiances built on Spectres this tournament. I feel like the hero is underrated for how powerful her mid game is. And with that in mind, I just think that Spectre being played this way, high tempo with other cores that apply a lot of pressure, that operate on low cooldowns, is just a much more powerful way to play this hero because she's the hero that her main weakness is honestly not her mid game. It's the fact that you can't fight on low cooldown.
Yep.
So as long as fights on the map are happening that your team can take without you, then she's quite a powerful hero, and the Haunt's just a trump card against heroes like Luna, who like that Eclipse damage can't be used. Like Luna cannot use Eclipse, because of the fact that anytime she pushes it, if Spectre just pushes Haunt, it's completely negated.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add.
It was a very. I mean, the series is over now. EG will move on, and I mean they don't move on. They're 2-0, Group A right now. And do you think was this an expected result? I mean. VGj.Thunder, they played very well, but in the past, right, like the last month or two, they've looked very rough. Would you say 2-0 is kind of expected from EG? Or
I think that would be what most people predicted going into this. I thought EG played about as well as we can hope to see them. I think they'll need another gear to win this event, but they certainly look like a team that can threaten. Thunder, I felt strategically they're just outmatched. We're talking at the summit. A lot of the Western teams were a little concerned that they revealed a lot of what the meta is around here, whereas in China, they've just been scrimming under wraps for almost 50 days at this point.
Yeah.
And I got to say, not super impressed with what VGj brought to the table in this one.
I thought,
I think they played their play style, but I don't like even if it worked 6 months ago, it doesn't mean it's going to work now.
Yep. Well, that is the end of series number 1. VGj.Thunder, unfortunately, going to be 0-2 after this. Evil Geniuses going to be 2-0. We are going to take a quick break. Or we're going to do. Are we
break?
Throwing
And
that was, I think, their best move, though. That was super cool. They smoked mid, invaded jungle, found the Huskar. He probably survives there if not for the Haunt as they make the move top. And once again, it feels so much easier for EG to play the game.
And this is the one move that gets heavily punished by VGj. Once again, doing a good job of capitalizing on EG's mistakes. But the problem is you look at this play and you may say, wow, EG's just so over-aggressive. But this is like all the other plays are happening because they play like this all game, and it backfires one time out of 10.
It's behind the
And
tier
here's the
2
solo
top
kill
tower.
you talked about with Crit.
Yep.
Like, they just get a solo kill. He solo kills a
That's supposed to be a gank from VGj, and suddenly they're just losing their Luna. These ganks are meant to open up space for Luna and Huskar to farm. And instead, the gank turns into Luna just dying anyway.
And they kill the Wisp.
Yeah, the CM Mirana Willow, like, they're so hard to take down, and the low cooldowns. I think that's another talking point we'll see throughout this event is all these heroes with just incredibly high damage abilities on low cooldowns. You're never out of a fight as long as you're still alive to continue the fight.
And when you're a support and you have the ability to just, like, run into 3 heroes and say, oh, crap, and just walk away, that's, like, a really luxurious thing in this meta, especially with how, like, bounty runes work. You saw Crit just check bounty runes on his own, and he reveals 3 heroes from VGj. Yeah. And these fights, you're just seeing this massive net worth lead come into play. Obviously played well by EG, but when you're up by 14K.
What canceled the Bane ulti?
Was it not just the fear?
No.
No, I think he got the BKB off and he panic canceled.
He just panic canceled. Because I was wondering, I don't think it would have mattered, but it was just weird. I saw him cancel it.
And keys for EG, I think, they got to continue to find the heroes that get Arteezy involved in the game. I think both in this matchup, they did quite well. Sumail's got to continue to prove that he has an argument to be best in the world.
I mean, you just... Yeah, no.
He's got
just 3-0'd him, right?
Yeah.
If EG want, like you said, I think you need Arteezy and Sumail playing at the level they're going to, because, I mean, just all of them. Crit, I would give MVP to, well, you kind of have to give it to Sumail, right? But Crit right up there as a support.
I think if EG want to really make noise this tournament, Sumail and Crit, based on their performance, I'd say they can make arguments that, hey, we're top 3 players. We have a chance to be the best at our role. But the juggernauts on top, LGD, Liquid, Virtus Pro, like that is some stiff
That's what everyone's looking up to, right?
Yeah.
Like, no matter who you, even Secret is probably like, we still haven't seen much of them, but Secret's probably like, if we can get up there, we'll be fine. There's a lot of teams that can. All 18 could, but will they?
That's where the true test comes of a team like EG, where they've been looking good, but...
You gotta keep it up.
It's all about who you're playing in terms of like how good you actually look as a team. And EG, if they can prove themselves, even just taking one game off of these teams in the group stage, I think that can really solidify them. Just because their laning stage is so good, they just outskill these teams. That's really all there is to it.
I mean, it's one series down. We've got
Yep.
how many more to go? 18
Something
total
like that.
on
Yeah.
the lines.
Just a few games going on today.
We're gonna throw it to a break, grab some water.
Yes.
We're gonna come back to you in a few moments with the second series of our day. VGJ Storm is gonna take on Vici Gaming. Another
scared.
China versus NA matchup,
Yep.
and I think it's gonna be a lot closer than this
I
one.
think it's pretty evenly matched now.
A lot more question marks about both of those teams.
Yep.
So we'll be back momentarily. Thanks for tuning in. VGJ Storm coming right up.